Sarah, Sally, and David McBride are, each one of them, accomplished in their respective endeavors and professions. They have received praise and awards for their individual achievements. But the Kandler Award with which we honor them this evening is not in recognition of their individual merit, but is in recognition of their courage, leadership, compassion, and foresight in an area of controversy and great importance, and of their beneficial impact on our region, state, and nation, all which arises from their mutual support as a family. Sarah McBride came out as transgender to her family and close friends in December 2011. At the time, she was in her junior year at American University and serving as president of the student body. At the end of that school year, Sarah came out publicly in an op-ed piece in the university's student newspaper. Sarah's family and friends, and the American University community generally, reacted with acceptance and support.
I think throughout growing up in Delaware, whether it was in elementary school or when I went to middle and high school at Cap Calloway, I really was taught the importance of authenticity, the importance of inclusion. I was really lucky to grow up in spaces that were progressive, that were inclusive, that were forward-thinking, particularly on LGBTQ issues. And while I was still in the closet for all of those years, it really demonstrated to me that, eventually when I did come out, that the friend networks and the community that I loved would be supportive and accept me.
But Sarah and her parents understood that the acceptance and support that she experienced is not the norm for many transgender individuals. And more personally, it might not always be the norm for Sarah, as transgender persons often face rejection, discrimination, and hostility. This reality motivated Sarah, David, and Sally to spearhead the passage of legislation in Delaware to protect all Delawareans from discrimination based on gender identity and expression in the areas of employment, housing, insurance, and public accommodation.
Sarah was determined early on to try to amend the equal protection laws in Delaware to cover gender identity.
It became important not only for our child, but for all the 2,300 or so, they guesstimate, transgender people in Delaware to be able to live safely and happily in this state.
Sarah has taken the cause to a national level. She currently serves as the National Press Secretary for the Human Rights Campaign. On July 28, 2016, Sarah made history when she spoke at the Democratic National Convention in Philadelphia as the first openly transgender person ever to do so. In her speech, she paid tribute to another McBride family member, Sarah's late husband, Andrew Cray, and his commitment to LGBT rights. David McBride is a partner at the law firm Young Conway, Stargett & Taylor in Wilmington, and Sally McBride is a passionate community activist. They have been married for over 40 years. They are a force in the community and remain committed to protecting transgender people who, like Sarah, strive to live and work in communities where they can be open, honest, and safe.
Yeah, we're very proud of all the things that Sarah has done, and we know that there's more to come. She's just very bright, she's committed, she's determined, she's passionate about justice. And so all of those things will continue to unfold as the years go on. There's no telling where all she'll go in the future.
And I think she has a Pied Piper effect, that she's gathering more and more people to work in the same way she does.
David and Sally have two other children, Sean McBride, a radiation oncologist who is married to Blake and lives with him and their children in Brooklyn, New York, and Dan McBride, who lives in Wilmington with his fiancée Jamie and is a Deputy Attorney General with the Delaware Department of Justice. The ACLU of Delaware is proud and honored to give its Kandler Award to this deserving family who have furthered the civil rights and liberties of all Delawareans.